Okay, my name is Andrew Laffey. I'm going to go over how to change your tattle board or your offshore board to a tattle board. The tattle purpose is so that when a fish hits, your flag goes down. When you buy your board, the flag is going to come attached to the board here, and it will not have the ability to go up and down. It will just simply sit like this and ride through the water, or ride this way through the water. So the first thing you want to do is take this off, which you'll have a washer that comes in your kit. The kit that you need is the OR12 TFEK Tattle Flag HD Economy Kit. One of the other items that comes with the kit is an eye hook, just like the one on the back. Eye hook here. This is where you want to put it. One problem I've noticed is that when you buy these off the shelf with the tattles, they put the tattle back here, which means that when it sits on the flag, your tattle is going to be on an angle like that, and it's not going to work properly. So the first thing you want to do is take your eye hook, use a pair of needle nose pliers, tighten this down. What I do is just spin it, and you spin it until it's completely tight against the board. You could use your fingers, but it gets a little tight. There's another little trick you can use. You can put the lever in and spin it. Makes it pretty quick. The key here is you want to make sure that when you tighten the tattle, it's parallel to the end of the board, because this eye hook is going to keep the tattle moving through. So once that's done, you also want to make sure that the red clip that comes attached to the back, you take that off. When you take that off, the flag, as you can see on this one, you need to make sure you're in the correct location on the flag. And then the spring that comes with your new kit, you want to make sure that that is in the right position. Now you can change the tension for how easy or how difficult. One of the methods is to change the location on the board as to where the tattle will sit. So first thing you have to do is put it through the eye hook, like so. You can see here, so it's through there. Then make sure that your flag is sitting correctly. Put it through the second, I have on here, the second hole in. Some of these flags differ slightly, but this is the hole that you want to use. So you have it sitting correctly. Such as this right here. Then your washer and your spring. And there is a screw that comes with this. It's the same screw that's in the kit. And then what I like to do is, just to make sure I do it correctly, I have my example in front of me right here. So that way I know I put it in correctly. You can do these numerous times and you're still potentially going to have to remember exactly how you did it. So on this, show you a common mistake. You put the flag in the wrong way. Okay, well, it's an easy fix. You just flip her around, put it back through the correct way. It can be a little tricky in the beginning to learn how to do this, but as long as you know how to do it the right way, your tattle flag will go down. And I'll show a couple other little tricks. so that you have it done properly. Before you tighten this all the way down, you just want to get snug. And then as you can see on here, the tip of the spring comes out the front, and on the back, the tip of the spring comes out the front. So always remember the tip of the spring coming out the front. The other thing is, the rounded end goes towards the flag. The bent end goes towards the front of the board. So on this one, I want it to have a little bit more tension. So the rounded end needs to go through there, just like so. So you see the tip going through there. And then the second one, the rounded end goes through the inside of the board. So now you are set like that. Straight up and down. One of the last steps you have to do to make this work now is take your clip, put it back on here, like so. You might need your pliers, just to make it easy, especially if you have no fingernails. Kind of like slip ring on a hook. Feed it through. Now, the other little trick that I was talking about is that when your board's riding in the water, sometimes your flag will be sitting down like this, or like this, and it'll be down like this. You'll be like, why is my board running with the flag down? Well, that's because the tightness on this here screw is too loose. Can also be too tight. If it's too tight, the flag will not go down at all. So you want to play with it a little bit. And now your flag sits perfect. Fish hits. Boom, boom. Done. That's how you do tattle flag. Make sure it looks like this, parallel to the top of the board. If it's down here, it's wrong. You have to take the eye hook out, bring it up here, and take everything apart. And basically follow the same steps so that your tattle board functions as desired. That's it. Good luck. Catch fish.